What's going on, guys? Bart here with Working the Shoot. I'd like to welcome all of you smart marks here to the channel. If today is the first time you're checking us out, I hope that today is the day I earn that subscription. You hit it down below, you body slam that like button, you let drop the share button, you tombstone a comment. Okay, brother. Today I'm going to be doing my secondary predictions video for Night of Champions coming from Saudi Arabia. My first predictions video for the weekend, for the weekend shows, came the other day as I did my predictions for AEW Double or Nothing. So go check that out. I'm going to try to remember to link that in the description down below. And let me know who you think is going to win in those matches. And then you let me know down below who you think is going to win tonight or today. Like in my time zone, Eastern Standard Time, it's the show starts at noon. But obviously in Saudi Arabia, it's nighttime. Like I said, it's going to be WWE Night of Champions. Not all the championships are on the line here tonight. Roman's WWE Undisputed title is not on the line. And the other thing I want to mention before heading out, I know that these Saudi Arabia shows are pretty iffy when it comes to how people feel about the actual people involved in this deal. I'm going to try to steer away from that for the most part because I want to try to stick to the entertainment side of things. I do know that with some of the murky history concerning one of these, especially Vince, but the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has been very murky with their history with certain groups of people, and I think that's why there's a lot of discrepancy about an American company doing business with them like that. Again, I'm not here for a moral or ethical debate, but that's what some of the issues are with these Saudi Arabia shows. But let's get into it. Now, I don't have a specific list of. I have the booking list here, so to speak, but I'm not sure what's going to be the order of these matches because there's a couple of matches here that could be considered the main event. I'm going to let you know offhand what I think the main event is going to be and what I think it should be. I meant to reverse that. I think that the main event is going to end up being the Bloodline versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. However, I think that the main event should be Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles because you're trying to uplift this new World Championship also while not having Roman Reigns defend his WWE Undisputed Championship. But also the story of the Bloodline and the tag team titles taking the main event. I don't mind too often either because it doesn't really happen that often enough for it to really bother fans like that. I think that for this pay-per-view, again outside of the venue, I think that people will be all right with the tag team titles being in the main event. But all right. Also, people who think that Brock and Cody should be the main event, but I don't think so either. No offense to either one of those guys, but this is not really pay-per-view for that. Again, if it was for a title, yes, but if you're running a pay-per-view by the name of Night of Champions, your main event should at least have champions in it and defending of those titles. All right, so let's get into the card here. Becky Lynch versus Trish Stratus. This would be maybe an interesting opening match, in my opinion. I think that the story has been somewhat interesting. It started off with Becky Lynch and Lita being tag team champions. Someone attacked Lita before their title defense, and Trish decided to step up and help, but that was just a ruse, and she intentionally made them lose the titles, and we discovered that she was the one that attacked Lita before the match. We also get a really interesting crap talking segment of her talking crap about Becky Lynch's daughter not knowing her colors at 2 years old. It's I love heels that can do that and don't care about like bringing kids into it and making little kids cry. Yeah, I think that's just really funny when it comes to wrestling for some reason. I think, of course, Becky Lynch is going to win this match. Trish Stratus has gotten a few upper hands on her. But I think that Becky Lynch is obviously going to come out with the win here. This has definitely been something for her to do that's not involved in the titles. You kind of do need to mix it up a little bit. But yeah, I think Becky Lynch is going to walk away with this win tonight against Trish. And then we'll see where her path goes from there. The next match I want to talk about is the Raw Women's title match with Bianca Belair versus Asuka. Again, I don't think that Bianca's going to lose here tonight. She's been on a nice little run. And we kind of are running this back with her and Asuka. I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic match. I love Asuka. I love Bianca. They worked really well together. And more and more, I mean, Asuka, everything she does is just amazing. And Bianca keeps just amazing me also. But as much as I love Asuka more and would like for her to win, I think that Bianca is going to retain her title tonight and figure out how her and Rhea are going to be on these shows with the opposing show's title. I hope that they don't do a belt swap. I really don't. But speaking of Rhea Ripley and the other women's title holder, she'll be going against Natalya, who I believe kind of came back recently due to an injury or some time off. I can be wrong about that. I do apologize. But basically, Natty is trying to reassert her dominance into the women's division. But against Mommy Rhea here, I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I highly doubt that they're putting this much faith into Rhea Ripley for Natty to just beat her at Night of Champions. So again, I'm going to have to go with the champion here retaining. And the story of her and Bianca, like with Rhea being on Raw but holding the SmackDown title, and Bianca being on SmackDown by holding the Raw title. Again, no belt swap. Come on, let's make it interesting. We can maybe unify the titles. Unify. The next match I want to talk about is the IC title match with Gunther versus Mustafa Ali. Now, I'm glad that Mustafa Ali is being involved in the card. I think he's a highly talented man. I think that they have treated him pretty dirty in the WWE. There's with the Retribution, and then the Hacker, and then Retribution. I really think that he's gotten the short end of the stick sometimes. when it comes to certain programs in the WWE, but I'm still rooting behind him. I think that he's a phenomenal athlete. But again, I'm going to have to go with the IC title holder here, Gunther, and his retention. But with his big beefy self versus Mustafa Ali's flippy doodah ways, I'm going to say that this might be the hidden gem of the night. This match might be the sleeper hit that everyone's all pumped up for these other matches, but this match might be the banger of the night, the banger of the match. Match of the night, for sure. But yeah, Gunther's walking out with the IC title. We have Brock versus Cody. Cody's arm is broken due to Brock's pre-show attack on Raw, something like that, recently. Yeah, I think it was on Raw. And Cody's arm is broken, so he's kind of coming into this match as the scrappy underdog once again. This may, though, be a loss for Cody, because Brock was willing to give up the win last pay-per-view at Backlash, but I think Brock might be looking for a win tonight to bring this into maybe SummerSlam, where then you give Cody the secondary win there, winning the feud, and then Brock takes some time off. But I think I'm going to go Brock on this one. My heart's telling me Cody, but my brain is telling me Brock. And I think, yeah, Brock is going to win this match. Next match I'm going to talk about is the Undisputed Tag Team titles. Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. I know how to talk. Do you know how to talk? And Roman Reigns. On SmackDown, the Bloodline beat the crap out of Sami and Kevin. And Jimmy and Jay are not really feeling very oozy with the Bloodline lately. And it really came to a head last night on SmackDown when Jimmy was saying he's the head of the table. And Roman came out and they took care of KO and Sami, but you can tell that the Bloodline is certainly collapsing around Roman. Sami and Kevin are going to retain their titles somehow through the interference of Jimmy and Jay, or just Jimmy or Jay, and really see the ruination of the Bloodline in completion maybe by the end of this night. We'll see. And then the WWE World Heavyweight Championship match that's going to be crowned a winner tonight. AJ Styles versus Seth Rollins. I can see both parties winning this because they both are really talented men, masters of their craft in the ring for sure. Great character work by both of them. Some people feel like because Seth Rollins is starring in the new movie Captain America and the Serpent Society, that his goal may be to be doing some acting in the future, thus creating a situation like now where you have a world champion not on TV. And so that's some of the rumors coming out. And so do you throw the belt on Seth or do you throw the belt on AJ? Because at least AJ will be around for a while. And you can kind of have a title holder walking around that feels like a big deal, who is a big deal, and you're making a big deal, right? At the end of the day, I think that both men deserve to be the holder of this title. My heart goes with AJ for this match, but I feel like Seth Rollins is going to win this match. and I think it's going to be another one of these banger matches, another match of the night, along with Gunther and Mustafa Ali. I think the Bloodline match is going to be great too. Don't get me wrong, but that's automatically assumed that's going to be great. I'm talking about like really matches that maybe we know are going to be good, but really turn out to just be like, wow, that was way more spectacular than I was expecting. So we'll see how it goes. I have all the champions retaining tonight. I don't really see a title change here on any level. That's my opinion. But yeah, I think Seth Rollins is going to win the WWE World Heavyweight title, however you're calling it. The lineage is still iffy on if it's still the big gold belt from back in the day or not. But yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions. We'll be following up tomorrow to see what the results are. And then we'll be following up Monday to see what the results are of AEW Double or Nothing. But as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. And until next time, peace, Nickums.